Avisala to the newcomers, to the new Encantadix na nandirito ngayon sa live sa
Mm.
Zoom, no? At 8 p.m., makakasama natin si Binibining Suzette Doctorero bilang special guest. We are gathered tonight to celebrate the 19th anniversary of the number one, the biggest, the grandest, the most successful telefantasia ever made in the landscape of Philippine television, Encantadia. Slash Encantadia 2005, because Encantadia 2005 started it all in May 2, 2005. Started with Encantadia in 2005, May 2, 2005, with Sunshine Dizon, Isa Calzado, Karil, Diana Zubiri. And of course, alam na ninyo ito. But for the sake of people na baka hindi alam, watching on live or on the record, so ito po ang mga bida ng Encantadia 2005. It was followed by Etheria, ang ikalimang kaharian ng Encantadia in December 2005. Ito yung book 2 or prequel sequel ng Encantadia 2005. Same ang mga bida na doon, sila pa rin, sina Pirena Amihan, Elena Danaya, nadagdagan lang tayo ng mga bida kontra bida in the persons of the Herans na pinagbibidahan ni na or ginampanan ni na Francine Prieto, Jopay Pagya, Alessandra De Rossi, and Pauline Luna. What are the names? Can someone say the names? Maki, what are the names of the Herans?
I forgot.
Oh
Sila
my God.
Hubila.
Sige, go, go, go.
There's a Hubila, yes.
Nakalimutan ko na. Yeah, si Hubila. Si Avria.
Sabria, correct?
I
Odessa,
forgot na yung iba.
Odessa,
Yeah, si
and
Odessa.
Andorra.
Andorra.
Thank you, Maki. Bagsak ka. 2 out of 4 lang.
Sa atin
Yun. So, Etheria is followed by Encantadia Pag-ibig ng Wakas with international title Encantadia Love Until the End. For Avisala Encantadia, Love Until the End. Sila pa rin yung mga bida, nandun pa rin yung mga hiran. So it ran for 2 months lang, parang 2 months lang din ata yung yung Etheria. 2 months lang din yung Pag-ibig hanggang wakas. But the whole run of the original Encantadia saga or original Encantadia trilogy, almost 1 year. The next installment ng Encantadia ay 2015 na. With the official title Encantadia pa rin. Alternatively, Encantadia 2015. At pinagbidahan ito ni na Glyza de Castro, Kylie Padilla, Gabby Garcia, and Sanya Lopez. And coming next year, most likely, masusundan ulit ito ng isa pang sequel with the title Encantadia Chronicles Sangre. Bida dito sina Bianca Umali, si Faith Da Silva, si Kelvin Miranda, at si Angel Guardia. Ang mga pangalan nila ay Tera, Lamara, Adamus, at Thea. So ayun, I'm gonna pass the torch to my friend, Matt. Matt, how did Encantadia impact pop culture or the Philippine entertainment in general?
All right. Thank you, Greg, for giving us a flashback of the past 19 years of the Encantadia saga or the Encantadia franchise. I really feel so old, pero in the same manner, grabe din yung feeling na yung in a way you took me back to my childhood. No? So siguro age reveal, I was grade 5 siguro nung nag-start yung Encantadia 2005. But before that, before I became a fan of Encantadia, and I think everyone else here shares this, no? Kasi ito talaga yung nag-start eh. No? Before we even got to Encantadia, there was Mulawin first in 2004, diba? And talking about pop culture, yung Mulawin, it was in the same way a phenomenon then that time, no? Bata pa ako noon, I don't read the tabloids or the columns in the radios, yung mga showbiz articles, no. Nung pagtanda ko na lang yun na nakita na may ganun palang type of media, no. But back then, it was said na when Mulawin premiered or when Mulawin was being teased by GMA, the competitors, no. And isa lang naman ang competitor talaga ng GMA that time, it's ABS-CBN, no. They were in a way threatened, no. Dun sa teaser pa lang, no, ng Mulawin, because it was a first in Philippine TV na pinakita, no, na parang I actually don't remember this teaser or this trailer, no, shown in TV, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sabi, there was a silhouette daw na nasa cliff or nasa bangin, no, and then all of a sudden ni-reveal na may pakpak yung tao na yun, no. So that time, no, parang ang sabi daw, ABS-CBN thought that, in retrospect lang, no, they thought that yung Mulawin, ang magbibida lang dito is isang character lang or isang tao, no, yung lalaking may pakpak, no. So pinaghandaan nila to, sabi nila, no, based on the articles and parang newspaper columns before. They prepared hard for this one. And again, correct me if I'm wrong if this is inaccurate, no, but what they pitted or tried to pit against Mulawin that time is si Cristala, starring Judian Santos, no. So if you look at the parallels between the two shows, no, dun sa teaser pa lang, isang lalaki na nakatalikod na may pakpak pala, and then si Cristala, no, yung similarity nila, they're gonna be both heroes and pareho silang lumilipad, di ba? So Mulawin, they took to the air, they take to the air, and si Cristala in a way, lumilipad nga ba sa Cristala? I think lumilipad si Cristala, di ba? Greg,
Yes,
DJ,
yes.
correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
Yes, lumilipad si Cristala, Judy
Ayan.
Ansan.
Yan. So those are the two parallels, no? But what the other network or the fiercest competitor of GMA didn't expect back then daw was yung Mulawin, it's gonna be an ensemble pala. Hindi lang siya isang character, hindi lang siya isang no, with its lore, and the characters are not parang yung story is not only gonna be focused in one savior only, no. You're gonna root for different good characters, different protagonists, no, in the form of Alvina, no, yung mga sina Dakila, sina Bagwis, no, and then you're gonna hate a lot of villains then, no. And in the same way, I think siguro arguably we can say that yung siguro one of the most popular quote-unquote gray characters in Telefantasia was Gabriel, no? So Mulawin was in a sense na hindi lang siya parang Cristala na isa lang yung bida, di ba? You have the good, the bad, and then the people who are caught in between, no? So yun lang, a quick sharing lang on what started it all, no? Then fast forward tayo sa Encantadia, where you know, it in a way built on top of what Mulawin already had running, di ba? Na Mulawin showed, or GMA via Mulawin showed that kaya pala, no, ng TV series na mag-produce ng TV series na ganun kalaki, na people are going to be able to follow the story, no, given the complex world building, the different names, di ba? Kasi pag nanonood ng soap opera yung mga tao, usually bida lang yung tinatandaan tsaka yung kontrabida, di ba? But here, I do remember when I was a child, I really wanted to encapsulate yung immensity ng world ng Mulawin and Encantadia, and siguro others can also relate here. The simplest way that I can do for me to encapsulate or capture, no, these two worlds was in one of my academic notebooks during that time, kasi I was grade 4, grade 5. Dun sa likod ng mga notebook ko, I allocate a few pages and list down all characters, all places or all locations, all artifacts, no, dun sa Mulawin and Encantadia, especially sa Mulawin, no, kasi doon talaga nagsimula yung meron kang Avila, meron kang yung domain ng mga Ravenna.
Halconia.
Halconia, yun. Halconia. And then you have the different yung mga sandata nila, yung mga artifacts, no? Even si Kaloy, yung kalabaw ni na Alvina, no? I vividly remember nilista ko lahat yan. No? So, that's how I translated yung immensity nung Mulawin and Encantadia at that time. Tapos, again, talking about pop culture, there was this one classmate of mine, sabihin ko ba yung pangalan, wag na, data privacy. And then, I remember, meron siyang dedication book. Parang uso dati, di ba, yung slum book or dedication book na what's your name, what's your favorite color, ganyan, ganyan. Tapos, pinagpapasa-pasahan yon sa class. And what's so special about this dedication notebook or book was Encantadia yung theme nung ano, no? So it's like a official merch. I don't know if it's official o baka kinuha lang yung resources ng Encantadia online, no? Ma-scan yung mga photos ganyan, and then they created the slam book, no? But that time sobrang addict ko sa Encantadia. So when it was my turn of writing in that slam book, no? Sabi ko, uy, name of my classmate. Pwede ko bang iuwi? Sabi ko kasi magre-review pa ako. Sabi ko, ang dami kong gagawin sa school. Baka hindi ko to magawa today. Sabi ko, uwi ko tapos ibalik ko bukas. Sabi ko ganyan. So pumayag naman siya, no? But what she didn't know was, ang plan ko talaga kung bakit kailangan ko siyang iuwi was because mainly, yung cover kasi nung slam book na yon, it has the Encantadia map doon, no? So when I say Encantadia map, this was the original map that was shown in Encantadia, yung nag-zoom in, zoom out pag nagpapalit ng scenes, no? So inuwi ko siya and wala pa kaming scanner noon, no, lang, hindi pa uso yung phones. So I really took the time to copy yung details ng map, no, from both covers ng slam book, no, and try to create my own version of that map, no. So long story short, I was creating a parchment paper na ginawa sa coffee, no? So dinesolve ko yung coffee, tapos I created this parchment paper, and then I copied, no, 1:1 yung details nung Encantadia map. So siguro mga ilang days ko rin bago na-copy yung mapa, no, and galit na yung classmate ko that time. Sabi niya, Matt, babalik mo pa ba yung yung slam book ko? Sabi. So sabi ko, I made all the excuses that I can make para lang ma-delay yung pag-claim niya ulit ng slam book. Kung pwede lang ang kinin ko na or sabihin na, sorry, nawala ako kasi. Sabi ko, palitan ko na lang or bili ka na lang ng bago. I would have done that, no? Kaso, I know that my time was up, so binalik ko na yung slam book na yan. So, yun. So, I think that was how I manifested my admiration, no, yung pagka-addict ko sa Encantadia, and it's not on the characters itself but on the entire world, no, kasi gusto ko talaga na meron akong yung tangible talaga na copy ng map. Yun. So, ano pa? Greg, do you want me to share anything else about pop culture na hindi ko na-cover?
I think that's okay na.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that wonderful story na medyo nakakatawa. I'm familiar na with that story, pero every time na babanggitin mo yan, binalik mo na ba?
Sorry, singit ko na lang isa pa. Before I got the chance to see that yung slam book ng classmate ko na yun. Yung source ko lang talaga for the map. Alam mo kung yung title card ng Encantadia sa TV. So, 'di ba, gabi-gabi ilang beses 'yon i-flash, parang 4 to 5 times kung makikita yung title card. Tapos every time na i-flash 'yon, talagang kung pwede ko lang idikit yung mukha ko sa TV namin para makabisado ko yung details ng map. Ginawa ko na, no. So that took siguro ilang weeks para magawa ko siya. So unfortunately, I don't have the map anymore, no, pero I'm trying to digitize it. Kasi ang daming maps ngayon online na nakikita ngayon, no, and bits and pieces. I'm trying to put together. Siguro when I get the chance to finish it, I can share it to the fans sa Twitter page natin. Maybe you can use it as a wallpaper. You can print it, no, do it anything you like. Kasi siguro trivia lang, I also even approached Miss Suzy for this one. Sabi ko, Miss Suzy, sabi ko, may copy ka ba ng map? Gamitin lang namin sa sa fan page, sabi kong ganyan. Yung original, yung 2005. Tapos, good enough, si Miss Suzette Doctolero that time replied. Tapos alam niyo ano sinabi niya? Ay, sorry, sabi niya. Actually, meron ako nung mapa na yan. Dalawa yan, sabi niya. Yung isa na sa akin. Kaso binaha siya. Nung Ondoy daw, binaha. So alam mo yun, if you see or if you browse Twitter these days, merong topic ngayon yung topic of lost media na tinatawag, wherein there are shows before, there are prints before or magazines before na very rare mo na lang makikita ngayon. And I think yung old map ng Encantadia 2005, it's something that can already be considered lost media, no? Naghihintay na lang ako ng tamang timing para si Sir Noel naman yung lapitan ko. Kasi I'm pretty sure he has a copy of that one. So, ayun. Yun, sorry, quick segue lang.
No need to say sorry. Alam mo, feeling ko, alam mo, Matt, feeling ko consume muna yung buong 1 hour and 30 minutes natin before tayo mag-Suzette Doctorero.
Sorry.
Kaya, with that kind of wonderful story, Encantadia story that you have. Speaking of
thank you.
Encantadia story, our first part, no, na tayo pa lang na Encantadix, the topic is, what's your Encantadia story? So, I think wag na muna tayong admins, no, let's pass it to the participants. Yeah. I see familiar names. I would like to invite Rugine. Hi, Abisala Rugine.
Congratulations po.
Success ng iyong YouTube channel. Ayun, so actually the question here that we prepared is, how old are you nung una mong nalaman na may Encantadia? Or paano mo nalaman na may Encantadia? Parang ganun yung question namin dito eh. Nakita mo ba yung trailer? Or pinanood mo na lang ba siya because alam mong may Encantadia sa Mulawin? So how was it? How was it sa iyo personally?
As far as I can remember po kasi is, alam ko 9 years old ako noon that time and nasa grade 3 ata ako noon. And napanood ko yung mismong pilot episode ng medyo groggy ako. Like, kagigising ko lang, kasi kailangan ko nung kumain ng dinner. And most of the time kasi hindi ako mativing tao nung bata. More on books, writing, drawing, yun lang po ako nung kabataan. Then, nung nakita ko siya habang pinapakain ako ng parents ko tapos nakita ko yung binubuhat si Amihan ni Rakim. Tapos sabi ko, parang ang ganda kasi may teleport. Siyempre parang na-intrigued ako na, may teleport, may Evictus. Sabi ko, sige, panonoorin ko to. Then, lumipas yung araw, pinanood ko siya, tapos every time na may exam ako, iniiyakan ko siya kasi hindi ko siya pinagbabawalan nila akong panoorin yun. Kasi, kailangan ko mag-review. Kasi, kailangan, gusto ng parents ko yun, syempre, studies first. Then, naalala ko lang noon na umiiyak ako nun, sabi ko, Mommy, I want to watch the Encantadia. And feeling ko nasa episode 13 na ata nun or 14. And I cannot remember na kung ano nangyari doon. Pero alam ko 14 kasi yun yung sinerge ko last time. Tapos, umiyak ako, sabi ko, Mommy, I want to watch. Tapos sabi niya, sige, every commercial gap, magbabasa ka ng reviewer mo, tapos tapos yun lang yung doon ko siya na pinanood. Doon ako na humaling sa Encantadia hanggang sa umabot na ng Encantadia Pag-ibig hanggang wakas. And even na nag-show sila dito sa SM South Mall, talagang bumili ako ng CD nila para lang, sabi ko, Mommy, bili mo ako ng CD na Encantadia, gusto ko makaupo doon sa gitna, gusto ko mapanood yung mall show nila, gusto ko hanggang gabing-gabi na, parang siguro mga 9 o'clock na natapos noon. Sabi ko, gusto ko lang mapakita yung tas yun. Tas masyado na akong hooked up dun sa kwento ng Encantadia. Yan.
Thank you, Eugene. Meron kang fighting spirit. Buti na lang nilaban mo. Is there anyone who wants to share his or her own Encantadia story? Taas lang po ang kanyang kamay. But I would like to invite, parang nawala siya. Nawala nga siya. I would like to invite Jaime Bueno to share is Encantadia story.
Ay, hello po. Good evening po. Ayun po.
Good
Hello
evening,
po.
Jaime.
I'm
Jaime,
Jaime po.
would you like to turn on your video? Or
Ay, sorry po. Wala po kasi akong camera right now po. Sorry
Okay.
po. Pasensya na.
Go
So,
on.
yung Enka journey ko po, alam ko na po kasi yung Encantadia before nung bata pa po ako. Pero naging fan po kasi ako ng Encantadia nung pinalabas po siya sa Fox Filipino. Hindi ko po sure if 2012 po siya. Pero nung before pa siya ipalabas sa Fox Filipino, may isang tindahan po sa amin na nagbebenta po ng mga maskara na puro maskara ng Encantadia, ng Darna, ng Captain Barbell po. So ayun din po. Yun po yung pinaka unang naalala ko na memory ko with Encantadia. And then nung i-release na po siya sa Fox Filipino, ayun. Lagi po namin siya pinapanood tuwing hapon and gabi ng mga pinsan ko. And then since ako po yung pinakamatanda sa amin magpipinsan, nag-try po ako video po ng gamit lang po yung keypad phone before na parang yung nag-i-Invictus po ganyan. Tapos pinagdamit ko po yung mga pinsan ko na babae na sabi ko, ikaw kulay red, ikaw kulay blue, ikaw kulay brown, ganyan. Tapos ayun po, and then siguro isa na rin po ata sa reason yung Encantadia kung ba't rin po ako napunta sa course ko po na AB Film, since gusto ko rin po, isa po talaga sa pangarap ko nun is makapag-work sa GMA and makapag-work din po with Sangre, ganyan. So ayun din po, and then simula din po nun nung nalaman ko po yung Encantadia 2016 na i-release, ganyan, sobrang excited po talaga ako. And then gaya rin po ni Sir Matt po, no, instead naman po na nililist down ko po, sa likod naman po ng notebook ko and notebook po ng iba't iba kong kaklase, dinodrawingan ko po lagi, minimemorize ko po yung costume po ng bawat Sangre po, ganyan. And then ayun po, lagi ko po siyang dinodrawing talaga nung high school ako. And then up until now talaga, parang medyo memorize ko pa rin po yung bawat character kapag idodrawing po sila. Ganun po.
Ang ganda. Ganda ng nice story. Ganun yata talaga, no? Parang pag artist ka or meron kang knack for drawing or art, automatic na may-inspire ka to create or to draw something related sa Encantadia. Okay, let's move to another. My very close friend, of course, Verdelu. Hi, Maki.
Hello, good evening.
Verdelu, ako na ba magkwento ng Encantadia story mo? Go on, Verdelu.
So, ikaw na.
Ikaw na.
Sige. Isa ka naman, story ko ng Encantadia. 2005 yung start ng Encantadia, diba? Ano yun graduate lang namin ng high school. So, first year college. And then, kwento kasi, diba, it's for yung apat na Sangre, diba? And I have 3 best friends. So, apat kami. So, we related our friendship dun sa story ng Encantadia. And with all the characters, parang naging flashback for us ng high school life. Ganun. Na-relate namin yung mga kwento ng mga eksena sa Encantadia dun sa kwento ng buhay namin ng high school, sa mga crushes namin nun before. Kasi I came from a Catholic school and all boys, ganun. So yung mga bakla, yung mga babae doon. So yun, na-relate lang namin. And then we created our own version ng Encantadia dahil sa mga characters na meron yung Enka. Wala lang, gawa lang kami ng blogspot na naka-upload online. And yun, sobrang nagustuhan namin yung kwento niya. So, hanggang sa 2016 na version, nakarelate kami. Because one of our friends actually died. Siya yung amihan namin. So, wala na siya ngayon. So, ayun lang. Medyo relatable yung closeness ng apat noong 2005. for us na until now we're still friends. Ayun. Yun lang, Greggy. Thank you so much.
I really love the fact na Encantadia contributed para mas-strengthen or magkaroon and then mas-strengthen yung friendship mo with these people. Really do.
Yeah.
Let's proceed to one of our lagi siya na nasa aming Twitter Spaces last year where we celebrated the 18th year of Encantadia naman, no? Avisala Covey, can I have you to tell your story?
Good evening, everyone. Feel ko compared sa ibang mga Encantadix na nandito sa call ngayon is I'm more of a baby Encantadic dahil 7 ako nung unang napalabas yung Encantadia sa TV. And I know of it pero alam mo yung masyado pa akong bata para makapag-alala nung mga events na nangyari sa show. So, nung na-announce yung 2016 na show, sayang rin kasi yung time na yon hindi ako makapagpanood ng TV. So, ayun, parang recently lang, actually last year nga lang, last year ko lang talaga fully napanood yung show from start to finish yung 16. And ngayon, this year, ang goal ko naman is mapanood yung 2005 na show para yun, ma-immerse ko talaga yung sarili ko about sa lore and other stuff. So, yun, sabi ko nga, I consider myself a baby Encantadic compared din sa ibang tao na nandito. Pero other than that, isa sa mga core memory ko, na-share ko na rin to sa isang sa Twitter space dati, is nagkaroon ng collab yung Encantadia with Mr. Donut, kung di ako nakakamali. Pero, yes, yun, meron silang throw pillow na maliliit. Tapos nandun yung mga sangre. And then, based yun sa mga kulay nila. So, meron ako nun nung 4 na yun. Hindi ko na alam kung nasan siya ngayon kasi nakapaglipat na kami ng bahay. And hindi ko alam kung nalipat din siya kasama nung paglipat namin. Pero, yan, isa yun sa mga core memory ko about Encantadia. And, ngayon, yun, excited ako for what's to come with the show and everything.
Thank you, Kobay. Alam mo, Kobay, pag naalala ko yung merchandise ng Encantadia na Mr. Donut, ikaw din yung naaalala ko kasi parang yan na yung kwento mo eh. Thank you for sharing. Avisala to the newcomers, to the new Encantadics na nandirito ngayon sa live sa Zoom, no? Nel, Ryle, Gabriel, Christian, Jovelyn, Juvins, pero kanina pa yata si Juvins, no? Lynn, Mark Vincent, Kerwin. Banggitin ko na nga lahat. James Ambito, Ilron Cruz, Victor, Richard, K. Mendez Estacio. Abisala sa inyong lahat, we are celebrating the 19th year anniversary of Encantadia/Encantadia 2005. And at 8 p.m., makakasama natin si Binibining Suzette Doctorero bilang special guest. At
Yun!
that time, tayo ay mamemesmerize sa kaniyang pag-answer sa mga sagot, sa mga tanong na ibabato natin sa kanya. For sure, kasi siya ang creator, writer ng Encantadia. Anyone else na who wants to share his, her, or her own Encantadia story? Ilang taon ka nung pinalabas ang Encantadia 2005? Paano mo nalaman na may Encantadia sa telebisyon? Can we have Nel na mayroong sangre
Alena?
Hi po.
Abisala,
Hello
Nel.
po.
Sige, Nel. Kwento mo ang iyong
Ano po kasi gumagawa po kasi ako ng parody ng Sangre. sa YouTube ngayon, saka sa Facebook. Ano po,
Okay.
nalaman ko po yung Ncast noon pa po nalaman ko na, pero mas ako nahumaling sa Enka kasi mas naging fan ako noong 2016 po kasi mas naano ako sa visual, tas yung story niya is parang yung unique na po yung ganun, tapos mas nakaka-inspire po mag-aral kasi yun excited ka lagi sa mga sa mga next mga happenings kasi sinishare ko kasi yung kung ano mga nangyari kagabi, ganun sa mga classmate ko. So, ang saya-saya po, ganun. Simula na naging, na-idol ko na po si Ma'am Suzette po. At kaya nag-write na po ako sa Wattpad ng mga story, ganun. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Nel. Sana ay pangalagaan mong mabuti ang brilyante ng tubig, ha? Guys, shout out sa mga writers ng Encantadia Chronicles Sangre. Yung paparating na Encantadia Chronicles Sangre. They are tuned in right now. Hello, guys. Hi. Banggitin ko ba yung names nyo or wag muna? Wag na muna. Okay. Shout out sa inyo din, guys, from Mitena Squad. Yes, ayun, Mitena Squad. Bisala. Anyone? Ayan, si Juvins. Go on, Juvins. Your Encantadia story.
Hi, narinig niyo ako? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Siguro, ang masishare ko is how Encantadia has been part of my sexuality. Encantadia kasi talaga yung nag-open na sexuality ko as a gay person, part of the LGBTQ. Kung siguro hindi dahil sa Encantadia, confused pa rin ako till now. As at that time, way back, I was young.
Naputol for a bit. Hello?
Parang naputol siya.
Yeah.
Ayos na.
Juvins, you
yeah.
are caught.
Nawala.
Okay. Balikan natin si
Hello,
Juvins.
narinig niyo ako ulit? Sorry.
Ayan. Yep.
Yes, continue, Juvins.
Hi, yeah. So, yun nga, going back. May kaklase kasi ako that time na fan siya na Encantadia. Nanonood siya lagi. Tapos, sinama lang niya ako sa bayan na nag-overnight ako sa kanila. Tapos yun, parang sobra ako na-hook, lalo na kay Danaya. Sabi ko nga that time, ang bias ko talaga is Danaya. Until now, hanggang dumating yung 2016, like super duper bias ko siya. So yun, I mean, nakakatuwa lang na naging part siya ng personality ko. Yun nga, yun yung gusto ko ma-share. Thank you.
Thank you, Juvins. Pareho tayo na makadanaya. Danaya rin ang ano ko. Especially in 2005 version. Danaya ako. Sino pa? May nagtataas. Ayan, si Avisala Ryle Dustin Angwas. Go on, Ryle.
Bisala Ash.
Alright.
Silent supporter ako ng Encantadia Saga, pero I have to say yung childhood ko sa Encantadia is way back, started nung Mulawin pa. So Mulawin is really a big hit sa neighborhood namin noon. Tapos nung nag-start na yung Encantadia, swak na swak kasi 4 kami na best friends noon. So pumipili na kami kung sinong bias namin, sino si Danaya, sino si Amihan, sino si Perena, tsaka sino si Alena. First bias ko talaga is Alena, pero yung mga best friend ko, pinush nila na Perena na yung bias ko. So growing up, na-apply ko na sige, Perena na lang. Tapos I was so excited kasi ginawa nila ng remake sa batch nila Kylie Padilla, kasi Glyza De Castro pa yung napili as Perena, which is swak na swak din. So I'm really looking forward to Encantadia Chronicles Sangre. Tapos way back pala, when I was in grade 4, grade 5 din, everyday kami ng best friends ko, nagvi-visit ng website ng Encantadia. Na-try nyo yun? May website sa Encantadia before eh. You can actually click
Yes.
on anong weapons nila. It's very interactive. Tapos may map din doon. Tapos may yung mga characters din doon nakalagay din doon sa website. I'm not quite sure if ako lang yung naka-experience ng website. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's Encantadix Central. Hindi siya officially related to GMA. It's fan-powered, pero I think that's the one. Encantadix Central? Or iba pa?
From what I remember, galing siya sa GMA website.
2005 to, Ryan.
Oo,
2005.
2005. May website sila eh. Tapos
igma.tv, I think.
I think so.
Interactive. No.
Oo.
I think so. Tapos nag-explain yung iba't ibang weapons. Kaya I appreciated yung OG Encantadia kasi ang ginagamit ni Perena noon is daggers eh. Tapos sa bago sa new sa batch nila Kylie Padilla, ang ginagamit ng Glyza is espada na siya eh. So the daggers actually reaffirmed na si Perena, she's really good with close contact combat. So I like that tiny detail na nawala sa new Encantadia, but still equally excited even though mag 30 years old na.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Ryle. Parang as an Encantadic, parang wala tayong choice but to watch whatever Encantadia is presented to us.
Road to 50 years old.
Diba? We're gonna consume Encantadia.
Yes.
Kahit anong format pa yan, or may mabuntis, or may mamatay.
True. Thank you po. I'm from Cebu pala.
Walang anuman. Hindi ko alam yung ano ng Cebu ng walang anuman.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryle.
Daghang salamat.
Daghang salamat, yes. So, let us hear the Encantadia story of one of the admins of Encantadia Saga, of course. TL, Abisala TL.
Hello, good evening. Anong question? Encantadia story?
Ilang taon ka na nun? Di ba 32 ka nun?
Anak ng tinawa. Ilang taon ako nun to? 13.
13.
Magta-13. So, naano nga ako na si Matt pala elementary kasi high school na ako nung parang sabi ko high school na ako. Pero same naman kasi pinanood ko was Mulawin. And then yung Mulawin, 'di ba namatay si Alwina? Tapos kaya siya nabuhay was because of G Tonji, 'di ba? Tapos yun doon unang na-introduce yung Encantadia, which is for me parang magical siya. Since siya parang ibang lahi naman siya ng Mulawin during that time. So yun yung parang doon ko na unang nalaman yung Encantadia. And then for me kasi ang ganda ng teaser nila na parang for women, 'di ba? So syempre as a girl na parang during that time parang meron ng ina-expect yung mga tao. So, parang women empowerment nga siya during nung 2005. Tapos, kumbaga parang ang gandang tignan na merong mga bidang babae na hindi kailangan ng kumbaga parang hindi sila kailangang i-save. Tapos sila yung nagsisave ng kalahi nila ganon. So, yun yung parang pinaka natutunan ko sa Enka. So as a little girl, little pa naman ako noon. Parang ang gandang tignan siya sa TV. So parang 'di ba yung market niya talaga is towards to na yung kababaihan pwede silang lumaban or pwede silang maging leaders, 'di ba? Yung sa mismong Lareyo, babae ang kailangang maging reyna, 'di ba? So ayun. So siya, women empowerment talaga siya for para sa isang batang babae na mapapanood 'yun. So yun. Tapos ano pa yung ibang question? Pop culture. Same kami actually ni Matt. Na meron akong notebook no high school na sinusulat ko lahat ng characters. Tapos naka-per pa 'yon. na per kaharian nila. Kung sino-sino sila, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos almost 100, ano din yata yun, 100 characters din yata yung na-introduce nila during that time. So, meron din nun, sinusulat ko rin, syempre new, ano yun, new language. Ang saya-saya ng new language ka. Tapos,
Tan.
Bisala, ganyan. Tapos, anong meaning, chuchu-chuchu. Ganun ko talaga siya inaano. Ganun ko siya ginagawa dati. Kasi nga, yung internet during that time, sobrang ano pa yun, halos wala pang internet noon, noong 2005. Tapos sobrang limited talaga ng resources. Unlike today, na isang click mo lang is ano na, 'di ba? So, kailangan maghintay ka ng news, kailangan magbasa ka kung ano, kung may newspaper, ma-feature sila. Kumbaga parang doon walang malalaman. Tapos, wala pang replace. Hindi katulad ngayon na pwede mo siyang panoorin. So, kapag meron kang na-miss out, syempre, lalo na kung merong bagong word na na-introduce. So, ayun, ano, parang kailangan mo din talaga siyang panoorin that time. Tapos, same kay Ruji, naiiyak din ako pag hindi ko siya napapanood. Yung parang, syempre kapag nag-exam, bawal din talaga siyang bawal manood ka, diba? Kailangan mag-aral ka. So, ayun, parang sabi ko, ay, parang may similarities when it comes to your experience. Kasi nga, bata ka that time, tapos parang, yun nga, kailangan mo mag-aral, tapos ano pa, wala kang resources, ganyan-ganyan. Unlike yung today na, pwedeng isang click na lang, ganyan-ganyan. So, yun. Yun yung pinaka natatandaan ko na sa NCA. Tapos, during that time, parang ano yata, yung merch lang din natatandaan ko is yung yun nga, yung Mr. Donut. Tapos, meron din sila mga nilabas na notebook, di ba? Tama ba? Parang ganon.
Divisoria ata yung sinasabi.
Hindi ba sorry, ano ba yun? Basta yun. Tapos, nagpapabili ako ng dati. Pero ngayon, wala na rin siya. Kasi, um, wala, palipat-lipat na kami ng bahay. Kaya hindi ko na alam kung nasan yung ibang mga merch. Lalo na nung bata pa ako. So, pag may clippings or pag may nakita ako na sa tindahan na binebenta, kung merong sobra sa baon ko, yun, bumibili ako.
Ulitin ko yung part na sinabi ni Admin TL. Dati kasi, 'di ba? Sobrang yung internet, it's a place to be, 'di ba? Parang very intentional yung pagpunta mo sa internet dun sa website to get yung resources. Unlike today, yung new gen fans ng Encantada, everything is already at their fingertips, 'di ba? Yung back then yung maiiyak ka kasi hindi mo mari-replay yung episode or dahil meron kang exam, 'di ba? We didn't have the luxury, 'di ba, of a replay dati. Unless you siguro you frequent the forum sa Pinoy Exchange or something, kasi I know there are fans na nagre-record na rin dati ng mga episodes, no? But what's good about Encantadia still being relevant today is the new generation of fans, no? Sobrang reachable, sobrang accessible for them, no? What with the online episodes, 'di ba? And they can immediately reach yung cast sa IG. They can interact, 'di ba? Even sa fan page natin, you very well know these guys, yung messages na nare-receive natin. They ask us kung kailan yung sangre, ganyan. So sobrang accessible niya, unlike before talaga, no, with all everyone mentioned or shared. It was a challenge, and in a way, that's what also made it more exciting and special, no, for the OG fans, kasi we have these very personal stories that, you know, babaunin talaga natin yan, and they're kind of a time capsule in a way, no, nung experience natin nung nag-start yung Encantadia. While we're waiting for other people to share, let's read some of the comments dito sa chat para mabasa din ng mga viewers natin sa Facebook Live, no? So we have here one story from Christian Angelico Rosales. So they were saying, I was taking my master's degree in political science when Encantadia aired. Muntik ko na siyang muntik ko na siyang ginawang thesis, and ang focus ko sana ay ang political struggle within the Encantadia universe. O, di ba? Grabe yung pagka-manifest nung experience kay Encantadic Christian. Talagang kapag talaga immersed ka dun sa world, no? Kahit anong state or point pa ng life mo yung nangyayari in parallel, maapektuhan din talaga siya, 'di ba? So, another one from Kay Mendez Eustaquio, if I'm pronouncing that right, Kay. Sabi ni Kay, nag-collect pa ako ng newspapers. Then I cut it para may picture ako ng mga sangre. Haha, childhood memories. So, hindi pa uso yung photo cards before. Yung uso dati yung mga text. Sinong dito nakalaro ng mga text na Encantadia? Diba? So, isa din yan sa mga collectibles, quote-unquote, way back. And lastly, from
Text at Pogs, according to Jaime
Text at
Bueno.
Pogs. Correct. Yan. Lastly, from sino ba to? From Tristan Uwayap. Grabe, it's been 19 years. I hope GMA produces a special about the entire franchise on their 20th, featuring all the roles and casts of all installations. I think everyone naman shares the same wish, diba? Na milestone celebration talaga yung ganap next year for the 2 decades of Encantadia. Okay, that's all for now from the chat box.
Thank you, Matt. We are 21 minutes away bago pumasok ang ating special guest, very special guest for this 19th year celebration of Encantadia, Binibining Suzette Doctorero. So let's go to another admin of the Encantadia Saga community page, DJ. Meron kaming disc jockey dito sa Encantadia Saga team namin. May TL kami, may team leader kami. Mayroon din kaming disc jockey.
Hello, dinig ba ako?
Yep.
Clearly.
Nice. Hello po, kumusta kayong lahat? So nice to be here with everyone, with all of the fans. So yeah, I think for me yung Encantadia story ko, I'm really more like Encantadia 2016 fan than 2005 because nung bata pa ako nung 2005, around 10 years old ako noon. So, medyo hindi na masyadong tanda. Even though napanood ko yung some of the episodes there. So, medyo, ayun nga, hindi ako masyadong nag-connect sa 2005 version. More on sa 2016 version ako. So, maging mas dedicated ako na Encantadic only more recently than, I guess, most of us. But yeah, I think my favorite thing, I guess kwento ko na rin yung favorite episode or moment ko ng Encantadia 2005 version. And also one of the reasons why I love it so much is yung Mulawin movie, which is andun yung OG Sangres and also other parts ng Encantadia. But yeah, the reason why I love it so much is yun nga, yung shared world niya with Mulawin. And I actually did anticipate watching the 2005 version. Napanood ko yung pilot niya because fan din ako ng Mulawin at that time. So even though di ko siya nasundan masyado since, bata, nag-aaral, ganyan. Parang when I think about Encantadia 2005, naalala ko pa yung some of the story beats. Kahit di ko siya nasusuway event talaga. But yeah, I would say 2016 version yung alam kong Encantadia ako as in fan ako. Because at one point, nung nag-release yan ng merch, I think, which included yung baseball cap, gusto ko talaga yung Hatoria version nun. Kasi it's mga baseball cap na different logos ng mga kingdoms, diba? So merong for Leo, Hatoria and Sapiro and Adamia. So gusto ko yung sa Hatoria version. So at the time medyo young pa ako, di pa ako lumalabas masyado ng hometown ko. For the first time ever, bumiyahe ako ng medyo malayo-layo since mabibili mo lang siya sa certain stores. I think Big Boy Toy Store yung pangalan ng store. And that time wala pa yung Lazada, Shopee, ganyan. So, talagang pupuntahan mo siya if talagang gusto mo ng merch. So, yun talaga. Since bata pa ako, like, teenager naman ako that time, limited budget din. So, talagang, yun yung moment na nasabi ko sa sarili ko, I'm an Encantadik. And since meron ng konting dedication part na I want to own something na Encantadia. So, ayun naman yung that's my Encantadia story, I think. And I think one of my favorite parts is the fact that we're all here gathering to celebrate yung 19th anniversary niya. The community is one of the best parts of Encantadia. I think walang local media na parang papantay sa community ng Encantadia. I think that's one of my favorite parts as well. So, ayun. And speaking pala of merch, nung OG 2005 version, naalala ko lang din. I wanted to share kasi parang I'm not sure kung naalala din ng iba. Bukod sa Pogs and Text, kung meron kayo na-encounter ng mga chichirya, yung mga tigpipiso. Tapos merong, ayan,
Yes.
yung nakakata. Tigpipiso, di ba? Like, merong poster nung TV series. Alam ko meron siyang mulawin, meron ang Encantadia version. Sa loob merong one small toy na plastic. So, ayun.
Tigpipiso
Very
tapos
nostalgic
may small toy.
sa loob at sa loob ng chichirya. So, it's funny lang kasi it's very nostalgic din. Ayun.
Thank
yun
you,
po.
DJ. Thank you, DJ.
You're welcome.
Time check, 15 minutes. I saw I see one of our laging kasama rin sa aming Twitter Spaces, Encantadik, True Blue Encantadik na narito na ngayon. Renz, would you like to share your own
Hi, Renz.
Encantadia story?
Hi, Greg. Thank you so much. Sorry, late ako naka-join. Abisala, everyone. Medyo, running late. So, nakakatuwa marinig yung kwento kanina regarding yung saan nag-start yung journey ng mga Encantadics from 2005 fans at saka yung 2016, no? So, share lang ako ng konti nung sa akin. Na-share ko na rin ito before sa ibang session ng Ashanti. So, on our journey, including mine, no, it was harder for us kasi before ang hirap connect with other Encantadics. Limited yung reach din namin as fans in the past. Tapos before parang pag nag-internet ka, maghanap ka ng yung more information about yung lore ng Encantadia. Tapos naalala ko pa nung may palabas bago i-air yung show, may parang behind the scenes pa. So sobrang magical talaga na experience. Tapos nung pinapakita yung the making ng costume na gawa nila Sir Noel, sobrang, alam mo yun, yung hard work, yung craftsmanship, sobrang, siya, parang mamamangha ka na parang it's actually a big project for a local TV show, no? Tapos free TV pa siya. Sobrang talagang top kasi sa prime time. And medyo nakubog, parang high school na magpa-college na ako noon yung time, so hindi ko kailangan yung ito. So nung time na yon parang kahit yung mga classmates or friends ko, like kung ni-influence sila how good, the story, the cast, even in influencing them na parang, ako si ganito, ako yung character na ganito. Tapos biglang mag-join na din sila. And iba siya, parang until now, super fan pa rin ako. Kahit 2016, I started creating some fan arts, kahit hindi naman ako magaling na artist. Kasi it inspires me. Same yung nabasa ko sa chat din kanina, there were also parang similarity with parang Lord of the Rings. So parang Encantadia kasi is parang nakip niya yung yung fandom at yung lawak ng lore. Marami pang pwedeng i-explore ngayon na merong Sangre. So exciting din yung mga aabangan din natin. Nakakatuwa mag-reminisce din sa mga, mga pogs, mga texts. But during my time, nagpapaprint pa ako sa computer shop ng mga pictures ng mga ng mga characters. Tapos, nilagay ko siya sa photo album. Ganun ko siya. Hanggang ngayon, nag-exist na po siya. Yung ganun. Pinost ko yun sa, ano ko, sa social media ko. So, yan. Ano ba? Nakakatuwa na for Encantadia Saga kasi isa to sa pinafollow ko talaga na page all across social media kasi nakukulit na tayo lahat ng fans no old and new. So more blessings for Encantadia Saga and of course more power to Encantadia especially now that we're having Sagre. So alam ko na marami sa mga Encantadics we have like a lot of wishes sa management sa group na nagpo-produce nito but we're hoping na na sana maging successful siya and of course continue natin yung mga fan theories kasi ito yung bubuhay talaga sa community. So and thank you so much Greg for allowing me to share my journey.
Thank you, Renz. Thank you so much. We would like to acknowledge the presence of last year's very special guest in the 18th year anniversary of Encantadia/Encantadia 2005. Nandito rin siya ngayon. He said that he's gonna just sit in para makinig din sa special guesting ni Ms. Suzette Doctorero. Let us all say abisala to Sir Noel Layon Flores. Abisala, Sir Noel.
Yes, hello, Kia ora.
Bisala.
Hello
Bisa-
from New Zealand.
Sir, can you share briefly your own Encantadia story?
On Encantadia story. Narinig niyo ba ako?
Alam ko, sir, mahaba-haba yan, pero kung kaya nyo briefly.
Encantadia story. Nag-start naman talaga yan sa Mulawin. I was very much connected with, well, nagaling pa ako sa ABS-CBN no, from ABS-CBN na-transfer ako for Mulawin in 2004. So, yun, I think it was the part when sila Alwina ata had an interaction with the then Inang Reyna ng Encantadia. And then from there, I think nagsimula yung move to design the whole Encantadia world. Kasi dapat talaga nauna Encantadia naman before Mulawin. Kaso nga lang, it was very, kumbaga lumalabas, mas mahal siyang ipoproduce. So, they opt for producing Mulawin muna. And then, if naging successful yung Mulawin, which apparently naging successful, yun, natuloy yung Encantadia. So I was more of for designing specific costumes lang for Encantadia, not exactly the whole world during 2005. Naging world builder ako in general for Encantadia by 2016. So yun, parang ganun lang. Parang nung una, okay, this is too much for during that year, during 2004 nung nagsinimula namin yung designing. Sabi ko masyado tong tawag dito, matapang. Kumbaga masyadong gamble to, no? Pero with the success of Mulawin, kahit pa paano nalakasan ng loob yung yung GMA to produce the whole thing. Kaya na-inspire lahat kami, lahat ng mga artists involved, Bill Castillo, who was then a gown designer, costume designer for specifically yung mga non-armored characters. Now part na siya, he acts as a production designer for Encantadia, one of the production designers of Encantadia. Rodel Cruz was the main production designer for 2005. God bless his soul. siya yung nagsimula ng ng look ng Telefantasia. No? And then we just followed suit and we just improved the look after 2005. So 2016 it was more parang mas solid yung design, merong difference ng culture, mas solid yung difference ng culture, mas solid yung lore ng design. No, kasi dati kasi yung design for 2004, whatever is fantastic nilalagay natin yan. And by 2016, sinolidify namin yung cultures ng bawat kingdoms and territories. Kasi sa 2005 kasi it's more nagkaroon lang ng differences ng culture when Eteria came. When Eteria 20
Yes.
tama 2006 nung pumasok into 2005 pa na ata yun. Pero yun na nga, nagkaroon lang ng distinction yung culture talaga ng territories when Eteria came came as the second season of Encantadia. So yun, from there nag-level up. Depende sa siguro sa panahon yun. Nung panahon yun, hindi pa gaano uso yung gamification. Noong 2012, nagkaroon na ng introduction of gamification sa storytelling globally. So, inadapt namin yung idea ng gamification for 2016. Now, gamification now has kumbaga, transcended to transmedia or world
Transmedia
building.
storytelling.
Transmedia storytelling. Hopefully, maging transmedia. Kasi as of now, it's more a more solid world building. They're not necessarily transmedia. We're going there, hopefully. By 2020, we would have a much more expanded way of telling stories for you guys, no, not just for TV series, also for movies hopefully. We do intend to make separate movies for the franchise, but not yet greenlit. We also intend to make games, and of course printed material like comics, to make it as much more expanded, no? Kasi with the TV series, yung broadcasting lang is yun lang nagbibigay ng ng story. No, what if there are separate stories done in different media like comics or audio books, no? Kumbaga, there are stories that cannot be told in a TV series but can be told in comics. And there are stories that cannot be told in comics but can be told in audiobooks. So it should be a much more, kumbaga, should be a bigger universe, this franchise. So yun lang so far ang maisi-share ko. That's what came to mind.
Thank you, Sir Avisala Eshma po sa yung Encantadia story. And with that,
Hey.
I'm gonna have my own Encantadia story first before we proceed to the second part of this celebration. I just want to tell every followers of Encantadia Saga that I am officially part of the creative team of Encantadia Chronicles Sangre. Yan, launching of saying that I am part of that. We have 2 minutes. Congratulations, Greg. Okay. Salamat, Avisala Esh.
Grabe yung pasabog ni Direk.
Yeah, I cannot keep it anymore.
But I just have to echo yung sinabi ko sa chat. It's really glad and very opportune that someone as passionate as you, who has been with the community for the longest time, di ba, is officially a part of the next chapter of Encantadia, which is Sangre. No? So, Oh guys, alam niyo na kapag si Greg yung si Greg yung ano. No, I'm just kidding.
Huwag niyo po akong sisisihin ha. Ginagawa ko po ang aking best.